The past few months, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal battle has been constantly in their headlines. We know that. It's been a he said, she said kind of battle, for the most part, played out in leaked documents and press releases. Until late last week when Lively opened up about the saga in an interview for the very first time. Have a listen to this now.
And I see so many women around afraid to speak, especially right now, afraid to share their experiences, and fear is by design. It's what keeps us silent. But I also acknowledge that many people don't have the opportunity to speak. So I do feel fortunate that I've been able to. And it's the women who have had the ability to use their voice that's kept me strong and you know, helped me in my belief and my fight for the world to be safer for women and girls.
Now, the interview was one step in a public relations plan, a necessary move for celebrities who find themselves in a public scandal. So how did the interview pan out for Blake, and is the court of public opinion still mostly in her corner? Founder of Public Relations, Emily Reynolds-Berg, joins us live from New York City. Welcome back to the show, Emily.
Thank you so much for having me.
The drama surrounding It Ends With Us continues to be a major story. Do you think Blake's latest approach is the right move?
You know, I think her speaking out was something a lot of us in the public were looking for and waiting for. I still do not feel like she has really owned the, you know, her cause as a woman and the kind of paved way that we're really looking for, but she is starting to speak, which I think is really helping her image, to be honest.
OK, hey, Taylor Swift has even been brought into the fray after being subpoenaed by Baldoni's team. How would her team be looking to manage this? Where do you start?
Well, it's interesting. I think they are really trying to squash this before it gets any further woven into Taylor's public narrative. They've gone so far as to make statements saying she wasn't on set, she had nothing to do with the movie, the film, any of the production lines, and you know, they feel like this is more clickbait from the media. You know, so I think they're like, her team is just PR masterminds, and they're doing a great job of what I call getting ahead of a narrative versus waiting for it to kind of continue to spin and be spun with her woven into it.
OK, so as founder of Our Public Relations, Emily, you've recently appeared in a documentary all about this case. There's still plenty more to play out.
Absolutely. You know, things are happening daily with this case. Justin's co-host just quit from his podcast, Man Enough. That was a big headline, you know, because that's part of his narrative that he is debunking toxic masculinity. There's just constant back and forth continuously happening here. The big thing that I think we're all waiting for is like, what's going to happen if this does go to trial? And so that's something that in you know, the daily narrative that we're seeing in the media that we're waiting for.
OK. Hey, we want to get your take on some star family fallouts we've been seeing play out here on The Morning Show. The Beckhams are in the spotlight over that apparent feud after Brooklyn failed to attend his dad's 50th celebrations. What's the way forward in a situation like this when we're all watching so closely?
Emily, are you there?
Yes. So the Beckham's rift.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? How do you? If you're the Beckham family, how do you know, deal with all of that? The scrutiny is on the family. Brooklyn's, you know, didn't turn up to his dad's 50th. What's the way forward in a situation like this?
Well, I think what they're doing is staying quiet is leading us to more mystery and more ambiguity and getting people to kind of have our own assumptions. So I definitely think they should make some sort of public statement, you know, similar to what we recently saw with Miley Cyrus. You know, she kind of squashed it, similar to Taylor's team with the Blake Lively, you know, narrative being woven in. So the more you get in front of the public's opinion, the more you actually get to have what you want said. And so I think that the fact that they're not saying anything is just leading to more and more rumors. And, you know, they're also PR masterminds. So I'm just really wondering why they aren't saying anything. you know, some of it might actually be true if they're not wanting to say anything, you know, because of the sensitivity of it being within a family.
OK, let's get on to our old buddies Harry and Meghan. Prince Harry gave a 30-minute interview with the BBC, airing a whole lot of personal information about his relationship with his family, including the King's health. What would you say to the Sussexes right now if you were advising them?
Oh, that one is an easy one. I would say we need to make some sort of apology. Harry had so many beautiful things to say, but he was missing the ever loved "I'm sorry." You know, I'm pleading a bit here. I want my dad to know, if you're listening, I am so sorry that this has gotten to where it is, and I just really want to repair our relationship. He still hasn't said something that bold yet. He's definitely making a bigger statement than he was previously, with just even admitting he wants reconciliation. But it still sounds to me like if he's not really owning that I'm sorry, we're still not going to see the narrative, at least in the media, go the way that I believe he really wants to, and that the Sussex,
Okay.
yes.
And not only that, he said that he's forgiven them, which which really didn't help things. Lovely to chat to you this morning, Emily. So many fires to put out right around the world.
Thanks, Emily. We are sorry, but we're out of time, but we're sorry. Thank you.
Thank you.
OK, bye.